Hi, I'm Paul Pasolka, Ivy Masters Learning Center and IvyMasters.com. And today we're going to look at Test 7, Section 2, number 16. Now what I've done for number 16 is I've put a sticky note here because the rest of the sentences on the other page is kind of pain about to scroll back and forth. So, this reads, if employees find themselves falling behind the workplace, these critics contend, then it is the duty of those employees to identify and even pay for appropriate resources to address their deficiencies. So, in considering the answer to this question, we'll look at the original, and we have a period right here. We need an independent clause before it. It's got to have a subject, it's got to have a verb, it's got to be a complete thought. So let's just read up to that point and see if it is a complete thought. If employees find themselves falling behind in the workplace, these critics contend, well, it's not a complete thought. Because what are the critics contending or arguing? Critic subject, contend verb, it's not a complete thought, not an independent clause. Answer choice A is wrong. Answer choice B, you note the semicolon. Some of you just never pick an answer choice with a semicolon because you don't know how the semicolon is used. Now, that's a bad strategy, but the semicolon happens not to be the correct answer here. Why? Because there has to be an independent clause before and after the semicolon. As we've already established, what comes before the semicolon up to the word contend cannot stand alone as its own sentence. So answer choice B, semicolon, out. Answer choice C or D. There's a rule here. When you could take a phrase out, and if it's offset on one side by a particular piece of punctuation, it's got to have the same punctuation on the other side. And what you'll notice here is these critics contend, that interrupts the sentence. If we take that out, we would still have a complete thought. I'm going to read without that phrase. If employees find themselves falling behind in the workplace, then it is the duty of those employees to identify and even pay for appropriate resources to address their deficiencies. And it didn't highlight it, just remember that's what it said. That's an independent clause. That could stand alone as its own sentence. Since I've got a comma before that phrase that could be taken out, I need a comma after that phrase that could be taken out. And we get it right here after the word contend. So answer choice D is your answer. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with punctuation. If there's any question you'd like to see from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. And click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day.